Welcome to the Man's Corner. We live in here, man, with my main man JuJu and my main man Faheem.
Yes, sir.
We're in this thing, man. We about to get this thing kicking and popping, man. We about to bring my main man Ju in here, man, and talk about all this community activist stuff he got going on. But we're gonna start with his where he come from, how he come from, and where he come from, and when he came from. But I'm gonna let my main man Faheem take the mic for a quick second.
We're gonna go ahead and once again thank you all for joining us on another segment here of the Men's Corner, where men talk real, relevant emotions about life. As you understand, everything that we do in here, no matter how we talk about it, whatever conversations we bring to you, we're gonna make sure that you understand that it's coming from a place of being a man. Not none of the other drama, just being a man. So before we get started with all that, I'm gonna go ahead and let he's the bass. I'm the trouble, if you don't already know that. So we gonna get started, and I'm gonna pass it back on to the bass and let the bass do what the bass do.
Yes, sir, man. We got my main man JuJu Julian Johnson, man. Me and this guy grew up together, man. He got a lot of stuff going on out here in the community, man. With this one flag, man. They've been doing some great things out here in the community, and I don't think we doing enough supporting one another and keeping that black dollar with our black supporters in the community. And I'm gonna let them tap in after that. My main man JuJu, you got the mic.
Hey, what's up, man? First of all, man, let me say, man, I'm honored to be here, a part of the Men's Corner, man, with these two great gentlemen, man. This man to my left, Faheem, he probably don't even know. I remember him as Greg when I was a young guy on Hanover. Right? You know, I used to see him coming through Hanover, and this guy here, like he just said, you know, we come up together, man, in the trenches. So, you know, as far as myself, man, I'm a native Washingtonian, man. I grew up in the North Capitol Street corridor. You know, my family grew up on 1332 North Capitol Street. And that's right there in between North Capitol and O Street and Hanover Street. Mm-hmm. So if you kind of know the area, you know that's the block going up North Capitol right there in the middle. So the alleys are joined to Hanover Street alleys, like if you live on that part of North Capitol Street. So that's where my roots come from. Mm-hmm. My family, my mother, my uncles, my granddad, everybody lived in that small house right there before we transitioned on across the street to North Capitol and P Street on the northeast side of the street. So it's right there. So that's where I come up at, right up and through that North Capitol Street, 5th and O, Ward 4, Ward 5. I mean Ward 4. What's that? 5 and 6. Ward 5 and Ward 6 area right there. Primarily as my childhood, and as I became a teen, you know, at 13. My mom moved out of the house and we moved to Southeast first over Morris Road for a while, you know, but I still went to school in Northwest. I got up every morning with my mom when she went to work to Children's Hospital, and I still came to Northwest to go to school. But in the evenings when I came back home, I was in Southeast, a Northwest guy. Yeah. So I had to find my way over there as well, right? Then we moved to 14th Street. That's where the uptown part of my life came in at. So, you know, I'm kind of well-traveled, but still, you know, always went back to my roots as far as my original neighborhood.
Yeah, and to this day, you still traveling through your roots right now. One thing for sure, two things for certain. You ain't gonna stay in no one spot. There ain't no place you can't go.
No joke. You know what's crazy about it is, in our environment, very few people. That's why the Men's Corner love you here, because very few men can travel universally throughout our city.
Right.
Very few can go in all four quadrants of the city and be respected no matter what quadrant he go into, because that's a testament to who you are, how you was raised, and the man that you were and became in the neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah, so we're gonna tap into, like, what made you want to start this One Flag initiative?
I went to prison, man. I went to prison in 07. Okay. And to be honest with you, man, you know, I have been in the streets since I was 12.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been in the streets since I was 12. I got arrested, man, for distribution of cocaine at 12 years old in my area, in my neighborhood. You know, so that's just to give you an idea of how long I've been in the streets. Right. So at 33 years old, now I went through Cedarnall, Oak Hill. I traveled through my juvenile detention center stages or whatever. But I didn't go back to prison from that point until I was 33 years old. So can you imagine all these years on the street, man? I was tired. Yeah. Oh, wow. I was tired, man. So actually, when they put the cuffs on me, that night, I knew it was over for me. You know what I'm saying? The streets was over for me, man. I was tired, man. You know, and I was, you know, I was getting it, but I was tired. The things that I had to worry about and looking over my shoulder and worry about certain things, I ain't had that problem no more. I was tired of that. So coming home, I knew I wanted to do something different with my life, man. And during that process of me being incarcerated, I lost my kid's mother. She passed away from hypertension pulmonary disorder. So therefore, I knew I had kids out here that didn't have a one parent. Okay. So my mindset was changed from in prison. Right. I had to plan. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And everything didn't go as planned when I got here, but I still didn't leave my course. You know what I'm saying? I kept my faith, and man, coming back in the city, when I came back to Washington, I seen the city had changed. You know what I'm saying? I seen the city had changed. During this period of time, the club scene was real heavy. The Capital, we had cities, lot of different club scenes had changed, right? And during these, and on this scene, we had a young group of individuals now that was into hip hop, and they felt like their music wasn't being played, they wasn't being respected by the DJs. The DJs wasn't really from our town. A lot of the promoters that was capitalizing off the young guys that was coming in, spending all the money, buying the bottles, getting money or whatever, they felt like they wasn't being respected, you know what I'm saying, as far as their music and things like that. And you know, it was an approach to whereas they wanted to have a hostile takeover. I would say. Right? Yeah. And you know, these were my young homies, you know what I'm saying? And you know, by me coming home, me having connections in their eyes with celebrities and individuals, they look to me for some type of guidance. Right. You know, and my thing to them was, man, you know, before we can go in any place and try to establish some respect, they got to see us together first. Yeah. We not together as a whole. To even move as one, as a unit, to even go in there and start to even have these conversations. Right. Because we have a lot of divide and conquer within our own neighborhoods, and we don't even know why, because we don't even talk to each other. Yeah. We look and grit, and you know, we you know, so like that's where it really started at, one flag. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna come as one, northeast, southeast, southwest, and southeast as one. And I had a meeting, and from each quadrant I called whoever I thought was a shot caller that had some influence, and I held a meeting in the back of Wegmans. I went and rented the room in Wegmans. I held a meeting, and I attempted to unionize the streets. You know, and in that meeting, what we did was come in. I had everybody introduce yourself and where you from, and what you represent, what organization or what record label or whatever it is that you're doing. Right. What you represent. And we came in and we put it all, we had a good dialogue, man, and out of that meeting, you know, we was just asking who knows, like, do we have any issues that we need to put on the table? And from this point on, we're gonna commit to supporting one another and moving as a unit, as one, one flag. You can be whoever your organization is. You could be whoever, but we moving as one flag. That's why you got that. My logo is the DC.
The DC
Yeah,
flag, right.
the DC flag.
Two balls,
right,
two stripes.
and the
Two stripes
monument.
and three
Right.
stars, yeah.
So we represented it, man, in our first outing, man. You know, it was one young man. He was having an event that he was performing at. And, man, we all agreed that we was going to go up and support this man and come with him to the event. When we went to that event, it probably was about 70 people. No exaggeration. And we was all from different quadrants. So it worked, but it looked like we was a gang.
Right, yeah.
Right? And one of my old timers pulled up on me and said, man, I love what you doing, but you got to realize, man, like, you know who you are. You know how this might be viewed. So you got to try to channel it in a different direction.
Yeah.
Use your power in a good in a good light.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though my intentions was good, it just, and man, from that point, that's how I started. Now, the philanthropy part of it, that was a requirement. You see what I'm saying? When we was in that room, we gonna go back into our communities and do XYZ what we're doing now. Eventually, when that part came, a lot of them fell off. A lot of them that was in that room, at least 7 of them are deceased now.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying? This was 9 years ago. We did this 9 years ago. So a lot of them not even here today.
God damn, man.
You know what I'm saying? But we still carrying on this vision, man. So I don't want to take all the time running my mouth.
So now we gonna let you run your mouth. But first of all, what I don't do is give titles, and what I want to do is give you flowers while you're here, because I don't call too many people men.
Yeah.
And when you said you came home, you had a vision about your kids. That's man shit.
Yeah.
And enough of us don't have those type of visions, and enough of us don't go and grab our kids like you do. So first of all, I want to commend you as a man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Not JuJu, not Julian, a man.
A man.
Yeah, I appreciate
that needs to be stamped in your motherfucking bio. You a man.
Yeah.
You know, because you got a kid and you got a penis don't make you no fucking man.
yeah,
man.
absolutely.
Yeah, and you being able to do that for your kids, man. And I see you with J Boo, man. That's my man.
She always puts that work in, man. And he always smiles.
Man, about you trying to pull your kids together and get them on these paths, man, and make the best out of life for your kids. That's man time, and I don't think we talk enough about that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, we know the JuJu or the party guy, he gonna have the community stuff, but the man JuJu,
Right.
You know, the family man JuJu, and even at these breakfasts and brunches you be having, the kids be there.
Yeah.
And they get to interact and see the camaraderie that you bring when you having your events, which is a beautiful thing. You got your kids when you having your shoe pop-ups and all that. I don't think we tap in enough with that part of you.
Yeah.
You know, everybody want a piece of you, man. Yeah, the party, man. Yeah, make sure I get a ticket and all that. Put me on the list. But what we don't understand is what you do is for your family.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
Definitely.
I just wanted to give you your flowers, man, with that part, man, because it ain't too many men out here.
No.
I appreciate it.
It ain't. I don't give a fuck your age. It ain't too many. Your age don't make you men, don't make you grown.
Right. Yeah.
But for you to say you sat in prison and put a plan together and you came out and executed it?
Yeah. And you know what's interesting about that is we talking, you had a 20-year experience, or a 20-year career, 21-year career in the streets. Yeah. From 12 to 33 is 21 years, champ. Before them people come and snatch you up out of it. And how much time did you give them total?
70 months. I had 70 months.
So you give them people 70 months from 21 years, give them 70 months, and then be able to come home and articulate a plan, and then make sure that plan gets implemented by doing one thing that I love in listening to your story, being a mediator. When you become a mediator amongst men, that's like the highest praise. Because you're a mediator amongst men doing it the right way. It's easy to mediate men doing shit wrong. But when you say, man, look here, I'm gonna mediate this shit and we're gonna do it the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come together. You galvanize from all quadrants of the city, as you say, shot callers. I want no bullshitters. I want people that the people respect. Like we got this we call this phrase out here now in the criminal justice thing. They call them credible messengers, right? And I tell people all day long, a credible messenger is only as credible as the people in his community will allow him to be credible. But guess what? You can't be that damn credible if your message is only credible in your community.
Yeah.
Whatever you say should be able to go throughout the entire fucking city and nation for that.
Yeah.
So what you did by being that mediator, bringing people together, started to bridge the gap as a true credible messenger, because jokers listen. And then as you said, until you start talking about we got to do some philanthropic work, and that comes in and going in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, shit, yeah, that's going to slow down the growth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so let's tap into the fact that when people fell off and how you kept the ship moving.
Well, when people fell off, man, I kept the ship moving with my core guys that believed in my vision.
Right.
That's still here now in One Flag. And a lot of work that I do, man, today, it couldn't get done without them. You know, it's 4 individuals besides myself. And they are all working individuals. They have jobs. Some of them at work right now. 2 of us are returning citizens, as they would like the new term that they use for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 3 of them never been in. So if we create a balance. You see what I'm saying? It's a balance amongst the clique.
Right.
So now when we go talk to the youth, I can come from the street side and tell them what I had to go through to get to where I am now.
Yeah.
And then you got these guys here that's telling them you don't even have to go the route that he went to get to where you want to go at. Right. This is the blueprint for that.
Yeah.
So it works out good, man. You know, and then those guys, each one of us are accountability partners.
Right.
So we hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
You know, just because I'm the president or the founder, that don't mean I can't get checked.
Yeah.
If I'm out of pocket,
Right.
you dig what I'm saying? They gonna check that.
That's real talk.
Yeah.
That's real talk.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So these are the type of people that I would like to surround myself around, because not only are we having a good camaraderie, but we learning from each other. We helping each other become better men.
Yes.
As you say, you know what I'm saying? Better men.
Yeah.
And we teaching these young guys what standing on business really is when we go back into these communities, you know. So
I see when you in communities, as sometimes you'll try to find a figurehead in the community and make that event their event. Let's talk on that a little bit.
Well, I do that, man, a lot of times because we got a lot of figureheads in communities that really don't have a guy like me to come behind them and give them a push and give them some motivation and inspiration to want to be a pillar of their community. They might be a pillar of the community as far as people listening to them, but they need that push like One Flag need.
Right,
So what I do is come around, and a lot of times my relationships are built from me being in the juvenile system. You see what I'm saying? So me being in Cedarnall and Oak Hill as a kid, I met guys from all over the city. So I wasn't just because I was from Northwest, I ain't deal with Southeast dudes or nah.
Yeah.
I'm my own man. I've always stood on my own 10.
Yeah.
So therefore, these relationships we've had since juveniles, and I just go in that neighborhood, man, and for number one, I want to feel safe as well going into the neighborhood.
Right.
So I don't want to just pull up and inflict, you know what I'm saying, my will on the community. They don't even know me, or I don't even know their issues or what the problems are. So a lot of times that go-to person know what the community, what his neighborhood needs. You see what I'm saying, or what they're lacking. And my job is to come in and to shine some light on him. He might be looked at in a different way amongst the neighbors because he has this type of control over the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And he might want to do with the things that I'm doing. So now it's my job to come back in and build him up. This is what you doing. So I'm bringing my resources and building him up and really laying a foundation that he can continue to do when I'm gone. Now he got his own set up and doing what he doing on Fridays in his community.
Right. So
you see what I'm saying?
So you set him up with the resources to keep it going, so you
That's
can move
the goal.
to the next.
That's the goal.
Gotcha.
But I can't set him up with resources when I have my resources are short, basically.
Gotcha.
So what I can do is just bring right now. What I can do is just bring what I have to his hood or his community, and share my resources.
Right.
And we doing this together. We're partners.
Right.
Basically, it's no big me and little you. We partners in this.
Right.
You know?
I don't think we speak that way amongst people. We do a lot of talking at people and not talking to people.
Right.
And what you saying, me bringing a partner, that makes you say, all right, man, I'm talking to you and not at you.
Right.
So let's speak on the resources piece, man. Like, where are the struggles coming from with the resources, man?
Man, to be honest, the struggles, resources, man. You first of all, the information you have to be privy to it.
Yeah.
And because with us coming into this, we wasn't looking for resources, because we were just trying to save lives and help, going to different people that had organizations, trying to help them or looking for an assignment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I was doing that, in most cases I was met with like, oh, now this nigga he wanna do that. You know, and I guess I was viewed as a threat, I guess.
Yes, no question.
You see what I'm saying? But what they didn't know, nigga, I've been doing this.
Yeah.
I've been organizing people since the 90s.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been stopping niggas from killing other dudes about $2.
Yeah.
Like, I've been doing this. I just never had a title like you guys and found a way to get a title for doing this.
Right.
So my intentions was never to get anything.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the killing. I got kids.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Respect.
So I don't want to be a part of the problem. I want to be a part of the solution. So the resources, in my opinion, and in a lot of ways, it's like gatekeeping, man, going on to me. Because there's nowhere in Four Hills, I've been doing this 9 years and I've never been funded. Now, I've heard, I'm going to help y'all. I got you. Just call this person. Or just, I hear that shit all the time. So if I waited on that, my organization would have been folded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm going on just what I know how to do anyway. I'm a go-getter. You know what I'm saying? I'm a doer. I'm not really a talker.
Yeah, and they put a whole bunch of red tape.
Which turns into yellow tape.
There we go. There we go.
Which turns into yellow tape.
Say that again. Yeah, the red. I like that. That red tape turned into yellow tape because it's taking too damn long to do what we need to get done. And before you know it, we got all the caution signs. Don't cross over signs out in the community. Just because the system, in terms of helping you from a financial standpoint or being philanthropic to you, so that you can be philanthropic to the others, it take too damn long.
Yeah.
So is it really that, or is he being boxed out?
Oh yeah, he been boxed out too. And that's a very interesting piece because, let's be brutally honest, you've allowed yourself to be vulnerable enough to come into a place of, hey man, I need a little assistance if y'all willing to give it to me. And then people will take that shit and like Six say, hold tight man, don't let him in. If you let that handsome brother in there, he gonna take over every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? But that's their own thought process. That ain't what's happening. You just want to do your part.
That's
so
it.
I have a serious issue because there's so much money floating out here, and there's so many people that's connected to him that's grinning his face, but won't point him to.
Right.
Yeah.
They say call or we'll fly you in.
Yeah.
But won't point him directly to the source.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember him coming when we all met in the parking lot, man. He came suited and booted, man. We was in that RFK parking lot with
Yes,
them
sir.
suits on.
Yes, sir. How does
Hey, look, him and the guy, I forget his name, man, a police officer, man. They were the flyest thing in the damn parking lot, man. I almost forgot where we came from.
Yeah.
But man, like
that wasn't Tyler, was it?
I don't remember.
Was that Jamie?
No, it wasn't Jamie. It was another police guy.
Right, okay.
He worked uptown, but he always fly though. I can't think of his name neither though.
Yeah, and that was
Good
to
dude.
bring people together, man, to run after some money and to come together. But man, for some reason, we can't do this. We know how to do this.
Yeah.
We know how to run away from one another, man. But we got to figure out, and I swear, if you having another Wegmans meeting, I'd love to be there.
No joke.
Because if I can just be a fly on the wall. Because, like, I'm just going to be honest, man. Going in Tyler House, Leroy Park, like, I'm watching.
Yeah.
And I ain't talking about you going in no... You ain't up Chevy Chase.
No, yeah.
Like the whole time, you gotta be, gotta be on a swivel and serve the community. And you doing this, man, unarmed, no body armor, and the least we can do, man, is support.
Yeah.
And as a whole, as a community, and I'm not just talking about the men's club, I'm talking about everybody, people that, if we connect with people on the job and all that, I don't know how we get the message to folks, but we got to get the message out. We shouldn't be depending on outsiders. We got to learn how to depend on ourselves. The black dollar does not stay in the black community long enough.
Yeah.
That's why when I see something I like, whether I can fit it or not, I'm going to purchase it from you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Because if I can't fit it, I know somebody can.
Right.
And if I'm like, I've come to your your breakfast or brunch thing, man. I was kind of mad. I talked to Faheem before you got here. I was like, man, giving people awards and shit, man. They really don't deserve it.
Yeah.
I'm in there, my friends. I'm like, man, they use that money for something else. But I get it, man. He trying to show homage, man.
Yeah, that's the purpose. And a lot of times, man, do you know, speaking of them awards, you know, me giving awards, man, a lot of times those people that receive awards, never knew they was going to receive an award, right? So it came as a surprise. And really me paying homage, in the beginning, it was me watching guys doing the work that I thought was really doing the work.
Right.
So instead of me being a player hater, I admire that. I respect that. So I'm going to congratulate it. So, hey, man, we get the board together. What you think? I've been watching this gentleman, XYZ, and that's normally how we came up with it.
Okay.
But do you know a couple of organizations that I did nominate for the award and they didn't show up?
See
And I ain't gonna say no names. I'm talking about it's really some organizations that really that's funded, rather. I'm gonna say that heavily funded.
Right.
So I don't know if they thought I was trying to use them as a drawing card, but ain't nobody know you was getting an award. But you wasn't on no flyer, and you still didn't show up. So
and you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna hold that and take a pause for the calls right quick. See you right back at the men's corner. He's the bass, I'm the trouble. We're talking to JuJu. Get back to you in a minute. Okay, so we live. We right back here at the men's corner. He's the bass. I'm the trouble. We got our special guest here, Brother JuJu, straight from the One Flag, and he's talking to us heavily about how he got into the culture, into the business, and things of that nature. So we left off, and we were talking about how people in your efforts to acknowledge people who are trying to do some of the things that you're doing, how to just give them some high praise. And inviting them to an award show, and those idiots don't want to.
The breakfast is immaculate.
Yeah,
because I've been there.
Yes, indeed. So, you know, let's go back and you know.
But let's go back, because he has a weekend event. So let's go to how it starts. Where all that start from until we get to the breakfast.
Okay, well, actually, most people probably know me from having the players ball during my days in the game, right? So, I would say, this past year was the 23rd annual. So starting in 2001, I started having the players ball in Washington, D.C. Inspired from going to Chicago with my man Don Juan as a young guy. I went to Chicago to the players ball.
Oh, you talking about my chick better have my money players ball.
That type, the real players ball.
Okay, the real.
So it started actually from that weekend. Me coming home, transitioning. Normally I would do a meet and greet Friday, the actual players ball on Saturday, and a grand finale party on Sunday.
Right.
So, you know, me coming home, you know, me transitioning, I'm retired from the game now. I just still have my annual birthday event. So now it's not to call the players ball.
Right.
Annual birthday bag.
Yeah.
So on that Sunday, instead of me having a grand finale, I have a One Flag Honors fundraising brunch. So now what I'm doing is basically taking my guys that some of them still in the game, they come from out of town, to this event every year.
Yeah.
So now they seeing my transition.
Right.
And what I'm doing is being some motivation and inspiration to these guys, right? To see what life is like now outside of the game. This is what I'm doing.
Right.
So I'm taking you through a journey on that weekend. I'm taking you, we meeting up that Friday, everybody get in town, we fellowshipping. You dig what I'm saying? Saturday is the birthday party, which was formerly the players ball.
Right.
We still getting dressed up, we still partying, but we just not giving away no pimp of the year, player of the year, things of that nature no more.
Right.
Then Sunday, now we going to philanthropy. We're going to activism. We're going to service. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like I'm taking them to church on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? So now this is the journey. So I'm taking them actually on a journey for that weekend. And out of that weekend, my partners that came from the West Coast, Crips and Bloods, you know what I'm saying? They came 2 years ago at the brunch. You know what they told me? They said, Ju, the 20-year anniversary of the players ball, all that was hellified. But man, this One Flag brunch, man, this was impactful. Man, they not doing it like this on our side of the coast. What you doing, man, and what you attempted to do when you came to Miami and met us, and when you came to California, man, we see it now. This brunch allowed us to actually see what you doing. So man, we want to be One Flag West Coast. We want to be we want a West Coast chapter. So now I got One Flag West Coast. Okay. So that's why you see that a lot of that on So they have their logo, they have their chapter. And you know, so now we're on the West Coast. So we got Bloods, Crips, that's involved together though. You know what I'm saying? So when I made their logo, I made the California bed. Blue side of the thing is for the Crips, the red is for the Blood, the brown is for the Mexican brothers that shake hands.
Man, oh man.
So that's our people as one, because you know they trip out there. The Mexicans and the blacks don't get along. You see what I'm saying? So now, right now their mindset is where mine is.
Okay.
So
that's just heavy.
That's heavy right there, man. I just heard you yell some states, man. And you connected to some things. I've seen you in a few videos, man. Some of the videos that get you to this One Flag thing, man.
Man, you know, during my time in the game, man, you know, back then, you know, me and my partner, Good Game, Pimpin' Ken, a lot of us got. Well, it was like a few of us that really like hung together. Me, Pimpin' Ken, Good Game, Kenny Red, Bishop Don Juan, Minister C. That was basically our core group.
Right.
And you know, in the game, you gonna be if you get money in the game, you have to travel in that world.
Yes, sir.
So you gonna be at the Super Bowls, All-Star games, all the fights. You know, so I'm an alumni of all these events. Starting at 21 years old when I started really getting on the road and getting out of state. So that's how I started meeting people. And during these events, you see your celebrities. You rubbing elbows. I've never been a groupie or nothing like, you know, I'm from DC. Don't much impress us. You know what I'm saying? So I never lost my swag when it came to me. I mean, I'm the only one that was from the East Coast out of this clique that I'm named. So I had my own swag. But anyway, the rappers and entertainers would see us. And would admire us because we was authentic. Damn, that's Don, what's JuJu, man? So therefore, when we start seeing them, they start the game, the hip hop industry start rapping about pimping and things of that nature. It was Heavenly, 50 Cent with the PIMP, Outkast, So Fresh, So Clean, and they needed something authentic to be there. And that was us. That was our opportunity. That was my opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And I never forget my first major video was So Fresh and So Clean with Outkast. And Pimpin' Ken gave me the, hey man, if Outkast want us down here, man, they gonna fly us down, they gonna pay us, they gonna put us in. So I'm looking like, damn, Outkast, what song? You know what I'm saying? I'm East Coast. I'm inclined with the music, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just thinking like, what song that's a pimpin' song? And man, he was like, man, So Fresh and So Clean. I'm like, So Fresh and So Clean. I'm like, all right, I get it, but fuck it. I'm gonna pack up. Where my flight info? And when I got there, man, I never knew what was going to take place. And I'll never forget one of the guys in Outkast said, man, y'all gonna need some agents after this, cause this grade be in major rotation. Like y'all gonna be in the major, you know, I ain't know what major rotation was like. All right, cool. And man, you know, he say everybody gonna be calling y'all after this watch, trying to get, because we was the first one to do it. And man, from that point, it just took like, I started getting, man, you on TV, they got, I see. It got so bad, every time it came on, somebody called my phone. I told you, that's my man right there. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really like, I didn't really grasp the you know, me, because I was still, I had to fly back home and get back in the hood. So that shit ain't to me, it ain't really mean nothing to me, you know what I'm saying? But from that point, it just took a life of its own. I was smart enough to take that as an alley-oop and create my own. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So that intertwined with you bringing those people here for your brother.
Thank you. Exactly. Back then, doing the Players Ball right now, I had Wyclef singing me happy birthday. I had Kanye West at my Players Ball. Ain't many people can sing. Let me run this list down, man. Do that. I was just going to ask you, because my history really ain't no mystery. And I really don't get a lot of credit for a lot of stuff that. But anyway, I've had Wyclef singing me happy birthday at my birthday party. He ran for president of Haiti. I've had Kanye West at my birthday party, at my Players Ball weekend. The second album, when he had the second album come out, Kanye now. Not no on the phone, in the building. Outkast. You see what I'm saying? Lil Flip.
Okay.
Capone Noriega. Big Daddy Kane.
Okay.
And the list, I'm forgetting some people, to be honest, but like, and all this was off of a phone call and respect and integrity. That goes a long way. You see what I'm saying? The times that change now, but I can still pick up that phone if I needed to. And that's something I don't do because they got 1,000 people picking the phone up. I don't do that.
And I like the fact that you said all for respect and integrity, because so many people miss the respect portion of that. Because nobody give a fuck about a lot of people today. So fearing you ain't the thing. The fear factor for a lot of dudes, that shit get all the way. If I respect you, I respect you. And all praise, everything comes with the guy that's being respected, opposed to that one that's being feared. You know, but you, like you said, it's something about being from the East Coast and then being from DC. When you go from DC, listen, we went to a boxing match Mark Two Shop Johnson was fighting out L.A. Me, Bone, my man Dirk Pumphrey, God rest his soul. We went out the joint. We went to a club. It was it Prince Club or some shit like that out there. We walked in the joint to hear the DJ say, "Oh, hold tight, y'all. East Coast dudes in the house." Like, what the fuck? Because you know what it is. Man, we Versace down. We got Crocs on the whole nine yards. But it's just a swag that you got when you from this side that's respected no matter where you go. Because wherever you go, if you say, "I'm from DC," that's a big respect thing. But then if you give them, most people say, "Man, South Beach just on strip." But if you say I'm universal throughout the city, you know, it is what it is.
So tapping into the brunch, man. Like, what are you looking to get from the brunch when you putting out like great food and awards? What is your mission from that?
My mission, man, is to gain awareness to my organization. My mission is also to raise funds for my organization, which that's probably one of the only ways we could really raise funds, because we're not a funded organization. My mission is also to pay homage to those that I'm giving awards to that have done work in our communities. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm trying to cover all bases, similar to what I do when I go in the community.
Okay. How can a man's corner help you with getting that stuff out? I think the next one ain't till your birthday coming up, right? So this is a yearly event.
Yeah.
So it's annual. So the next one is when?
August, the second week of August, 2025. Yeah.
Okay, so we need to start working on our end for him and B to see how we can support One Flag. What's your next event? What you got going on next?
Well, next I'll be Saturday. We'll be over Ridge Road. Ridge Road is having their community day, so we'll be over there. We're gonna have fried fish for the community. We'll have fresh produce. There'll be a lot of resources out there as far as jobs, backpacks, school backpack giveaways. So that's the next event that One Flag will be a part of. That's not our actual event. We're just joining teams and helping the guys over at Ridge Road that do this. I think they've been doing it for 20 years.
And what's the date on that?
That's the 14th, Saturday, from 1, at Ridge Road from 1 to 5.
Okay.
And our next major event is what we do every year, and that's the Thanksgiving giveaway at New York Avenue Rec. And that's November the 23rd. That's a Saturday. That's the Saturday before Thanksgiving. And that's from 1 to 6.
Hey man, what I can appreciate, I can't stand a turkey drive. Because I don't know.
You always say that.
Yeah, because I don't know what we think a bird's supposed to stretch 365 days. But what I can say about you, man, like, it's not just a one-hitter quitter with you. Like, you, every week, every other week, every month, you in somebody's community feeding people. Right. And that's important, because I just spent $91 and walked out that bitch with 9 things.
Thank you.
And you actually covering a cause of something, man, to help people, man, that we really need it. Hell, I think I might need it.
Man, to be honest, bro, it's not just what you might think of less fortunate people in the line. Like, I did 7 and O Street, right? Probably about a month ago. Do you know that line was 85% Asians? Asians. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we look at Asians as if, they don't have our problem.
Yeah.
Man, we have a lot of low-income Asian people in Washington. Yeah. So, and then it could be the working mom that need that boost. You know how high groceries are? And see, the thing about it is, people always wonder why when we go into our neighborhood, the grocery store shelves empty. People broke, man. Yeah. People survive. People are in survival mode right now, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, man? Grocery, and then the organic food that's really the most healthiest for is the most expensive. Yeah. All your processed foods are the cheapest. That's killing us with the cancer. So what we do is we give away fresh produce every week. We want to give away some meats, but we don't have a van with a freezer. We don't have a location where we can keep a freezer. So even with this produce, y'all, if we get on an epidemic, when we out there in these communities, we don't just have food. Food is just a way to get in.
Right.
You know, and then people always talk about data. The data is right there.
Yeah.
The data is right there with the food. We know we reaching people.
Yeah.
That's just the first component of it. But once we in there, we dealing with the opioid. We got a lot of youngins that's using drugs right now.
Yeah. Right.
So now when we get in there, I ain't gonna say, well, all of us in one flag got certified to administer Narcan.
Man.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So now when we in the community, I got Narcan on the table.
Right.
And I'm letting them know, hey, young homie, we need this. If you right here, get this, y'all take this.
Right.
You know, if your man go out, I got to show him how to do it.
Right.
Then I got fentanyl test strips.
Ooh.
So now when you got your little pill or whatever you doing, you can test it to see what's in it.
Yeah.
A lot of our youngins dying, man.
Hey, bro, that's.
They think they taking a perk 30, but they got a fentanyl pill, man. And none of it's right. They gonna do it whether regardless. So what we gotta do is try to go out there and combat, and then work on getting them in some treatment.
Right.
So now that's where the resource need to come in at. So it need to be just more than just me out there.
Yeah.
The health department need to be there with me because I got condoms. I go down there and get all this stuff myself and set my table up. So I'm covering everything, not just food. I'm covering public safety as far as with the gun violence. You dig what I'm saying? I'm the one that's going into these hoods, getting these youngers that y'all scared of to talk to show them this is what standing on business is.
Right.
You got to go knock on Aunt Sylvia's door and see how many of these bags she need. The sick and shut-in. You don't know what the sick and shut-in, that's grandma that's in the wheelchair. They can't go knock on her door and take these bags up there. You need to be viewed in a different light.
Yes, sir.
I don't have a job to give you right now, but while you out here, I'm going to tell you how you should conduct yourself and be viewed until I can come back with a job for you. I can't tell them to get off the corner, man, if I ain't got nothing to get in.
That's right.
That's respect.
I need a job doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So then when you go in these communities, you dealing with people that got mental health. So I got to train my guys. Look, we ready to go out there and deal with some attitudes. These people that's getting this food feel entitled. They don't know we ain't nobody giving us this. They think the government giving me something to get it in.
Right.
So they come entitled. You dig what I'm saying? They frustrated, but I understand that plight. I understand that. We hurting, man. You know what I'm saying? I understand it, so I put up with the attitude. I put up with the entitlement. I put up with the mental ill homie that's coming through, want to grab 2, 3, 4 bags.
Yeah.
And gotta tell my man, he got an issue, man. We ain't ready to jump on him.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So it's a lot, man.
Yeah.
But I'm down for the cause, man. This is my mission in life now.
Yeah.
No motherfucking question is a mission. Shit, I didn't know you was doing all that. I thought it was just the food, and you talking about Narcan and all that. What we got to do, even on my end, like we got to try to figure out when these council members have these meetings, and what we got to do is find a way to have a conversation with some of these people that we know that have some kind of muscle in the game. I know we're kind of on a standstill right now, but we can work through that. And me and Faheem can try to find some things. I'm gonna also get on that site to see when these counts, because that's how I got my just understanding my priorities involved. I went to a council member's hearing.
Right.
But you gotta register and submit documents letting them know what you're talking about.
Okay.
And it took for Jim Graham to ask East of the River why we not using him.
Right. Yeah.
Right? It took for Jim Graham to do that. But someone put me in a room. I met a young lady through Mark Tillman, played with Georgetown. And like those just avenues, because I've seen you in this for a long time, and I see people around you. I ain't gonna say no name, but they ain't pointing you because it's a let me keep it as long as I can. And it ain't that you're gonna lose it. And that's what we fear in the community, the black community. Once we get a hold of something, we think it's just for us. and we need, like, you running around here, man, like you still 30-something years old, pushing your mission. And that's not talked about enough. See, we talk way more about you on the party side versus this side.
Right.
And we got to find a way where we can figure out, try to help. And I'll start getting on my end with when those hearings will be, like you got data, you got to document that data, age and stuff. Man, I was just talking before this show. You know, black adults are the only ones that don't have rights.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah.
Asians got them, juveniles got them, LGBT got them.
Yeah.
Everybody got
rights except for black adult, man.
Adult blacks. Juveniles got rights. I was talking to something like a guy playing posting a kid. You need permission to post a juvenile.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that. But the work you're doing, you're talking about you working with, you got Asians in your line, man. That's documentation worthy.
Yeah. And you know what it said, and I'm glad you brought that back, Six, because Asians in your line means that those Asians don't have the pride that the blacks have for not getting in that damn line. Because guess what we'll do? We won't come and stand in your line because we don't want nobody to see us in your line. But we'll travel out to Bethesda or Potomac, Maryland, when somebody say they doing it, so we can be there when nobody knows.
So I want you to tell the people, man, what you need: resources, help, writers, what you may need, man.
Man, first of all, I need writers, right? Because that's what I'm hearing, man. You need the proper writer. I've been here and I got a writer for you. You know, writers want to get paid, to be honest, right? We don't have no money.
Okay.
You know, so the first, you know, it's going to have to be some pro bono work. I do have a website and I do have ways that people can donate.
Tell us the website.
My website is oneflag.org. oneflag202.org. That's the website. Our page, One Flag Official, is on Instagram. Our Cash App, One Flag Charities, is on you know, that's our Cash App. So we take in-kind donations or whatever, but you know, we appreciate them, but you know that we need a real boost, man. And like I said, we do need a writer. We need a building to where as though we can lay out our programs for the youth. We have programs. We need a van with a freeze on it, the One Flag van, so when we go around in these communities, you know, when instead of an ice cream truck, it's the One Flag truck.
Right.
And we coming with hope. You know what I'm saying? And things for our community. So those are the main things we need to function.
Are you a nonprofit?
Yes, we're a 501c3. We can. I'm a tax write-off, basically. You can you know, why not One Flag?
Right.
Somebody that need it. So yes, we are 501c3, and everything in DC, clean hands, business license. Business at everything is up to par. 990, everything. Yeah. So it's no excuse. Right. At this point.
No. So we got the website, we got the Cash App. We need y'all to tap in and fly my man in. He's doing some great things. You don't gotta see it. You can see it all over his page. Cause he got something I will not do. He document on his page.
And we also go into YSC on Sundays, to the Title 16 unit, talking to the youth. And if you know what Title 16 is, those are the youth that's charged with, as adults, that will be going to the feds or to DC jail once they turn 18. A lot of our youngins over there on that unit don't have a clue to what they about to get them going. They're very immature about what's going on right now, right? So what we do is go over there and, like, you know, guys that's experienced, tell them what to look forward to.
Right.
The do's, the don'ts, right. You know, of being in prison. Let them know that prison is not their final destination.
Right.
You know, this is a minor setback for your major comeback. Mm-hmm. You know, and to have a plan while you in there. Stay away from the young, because a lot of people don't know. A lot of guys go in prison and pick up a dope habit. Mm. You know, dudes wasn't on heroin on the street, but when they got to jail, they was on heroin. Yeah. Things of that nature. Trying to cope or getting with the wrong crew. Right. So, you know, we do a lot of work, man.
So with the men's corner, we definitely got to get behind you, man, because you're doing some outstanding stuff, and I ain't just saying it for this fucking camera.
We know you real. Yeah. If a person know you gonna speak your mind.
Yeah, I ain't just doing it for this camera, man. We got to get behind. We got to keep the black dollar, man, in the black community, and you in the black community. Man, I got a black dollar. I'm gonna find a way to put it over there, and I'm gonna find you some. I'm gonna start tapping out to some writers, even if the men's corner got to donate a writer for you.
Can I say one thing before you close? Check this out, y'all. Y'all see what just happened, right? With the young guy, and may he rest in peace with the police situation, right? I want to say this. This is very important, man. That the guys in our neighborhoods, we really need police from our community. Right? We need police from our community, and that's going to have to come from us guys like myself and other guys, letting our young guys know that is a career path for them. You see what I'm saying? Just because you come from the hood don't mean you can't take a career path in law enforcement. We need these guys like us because they understand our mannerisms. They understand how we move, how we talk, how we walk. We getting a lot of people that's coming from Delaware driving, rural parts of Virginia, rural parts of Maryland coming for this job opportunity right here in D.C. Yes, but they not from our communities. So they don't know how we operate. So there's nothing wrong with little Tim going to be on the force and becoming a pillar of his community. You dig what I'm saying? Also let them know they retired with 85% of their money that they was earning. That's their pension. You see what I'm saying? We need more than just rappers, basketball players, football players. We need some senators. We need some lawyers to be prosecutors. Yeah. We need some judges that come from our community. We complain about all this, but build these youngers up to being these. If you tell them fuck 12, then how is he going to be? You know, like, come on, y'all.
Hey, bro, I'm getting antsy as a mother.
Like, so I just wanted to touch on that, man.
Yeah, he got that. That's good.
You know, I wanted to touch on that, man. Like the next police chief is right in your hood. The next federal court judge that's sentencing us down is right in your hood. Get behind him. We keep focusing on the problems, and then now these kids that's doing the right thing, see, we giving all the attention to the kids that's doing the wrong thing. What you think they gonna do to get some attention? Start doing the wrong thing. You see what I'm saying? So we gotta have this balance now. The scale can't just tip one way. We got to have balance.
Yes, sir.
So I just wanted to say that, man. That's all.
Hey, man, you got our support, man. I ain't gonna keep talking on the camera because I don't want to look like it, but I got some shit I'm about to hand off to you. But man, we gonna close out, man. We make sure you guys tap into One Flag. We gonna probably have to double back with this joint. We gonna have to bring the whole crew in here. All all of them flies and motherfuckers.
I got one for no. We can go there. We can go to them. And we gonna go there and do it with all of them.
We got to get the whole crew together, man, and tap in with those guys because they doing some magnificent things, man, in the community. And I don't think we touch enough about it, man. We talk way more about the party, JuJu, but we don't talk about the man, JuJu.
Right.
And he walking around with some men, and we gotta really tap into him because iron shopping iron, man. And a lot of you niggas dull as a motherfucker.
Who raised you?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, you got anything you want to close out with for him?
Yeah, I just want to, first of all, if you don't notice, the outfit that my brother got on is his.
That's for another joke.
That's for another joke. But I do want to know is his. You know what I'm saying? It's still from his creativity, man. But we want to thank you all for actually tuning into this phenomenal episode because this was impactful and powerful, you know, to us. It's again rehashing what a man is. You stood on man time. You are the epitome of what they call rehabilitation. So all you social justice programs and all you people out there that got funding and got monies to give away before the fiscal year end at the end of October. We got a man right here, 501c3 chapter, all of that. Reach out to him and let's get him that bread so that he can do the right thing to it. And he's not above you all in terms of giving you his data and all that. He wants you to have it because he's doing the right thing. So when they're doing the right thing, you want rehabilitation, here's the epitome of it right here. Grown man time is what we do again. He's the base. I'm the trouble. It's our session of Men's Corner. We thank you so much for coming out. And we'll check you in. Don't forget, like and subscribe and comment on what you see there below the platform that you're looking at us on. Peace.